Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about Sudan, the country in Africa. Please remember to like and subscribe. Now let's get right into it. Fact 1. Majority Sudanese Arabs. Despite Sudan's location in pretty much the heart of Africa, the majority of the population is actually not completely black. In fact, the majority of the Sudan's population are Sudanese Arabs. But they're also not the Arabs you think about when you go to Saudi Arabia or Dubai, for instance. No, the Sudanese Arabs are a mixture of the Arabs from the Arab Peninsula and the Nubians or the black people of Africa. So as a result, they're a little bit darker than the Arabs that you will see in the Arabian Peninsula. However, because they originate from the same place, they brought with them the same language and culture. In fact, the Arab language that the Sudanese people speak is a pure Arab dialect from the old days of Arabic language from the Arabian Peninsula. It's just that they haven't changed because they haven't been evolving with the rest of the Arabian Peninsula. Alright, let's get into the next fact. Fact 2. Gold mining. As we'll get into the later sections, you'll see that Sudan is a country worth fighting over because it contains so much natural resources and minerals. In fact, Sudan is one of the top gold deposit countries in the world. There are many gold mines in Sudan, but because of the political instability, we're not able to really fully utilize the gold that's in Sudan, and the country itself cannot effectively rely on this natural resource to improve their people's lives. And as a result, many foreign countries have a huge interest in Sudan and have promised many investments and assistance, and of course, in exchange to exploit the vast gold deposits within the country. Without gold, I'm sure none of the foreign countries, Russia, China, and etc., would go there to help the people. Alright, let's get into the next fact. Fact 3. Political instability. As I alluded to in the previous section, Sudan is always under some kind of conflict. It never really knew peace and stability, and in fact, the longest stretch of a stable government with peace among its people since its independence in 1950s is really only between 1989 and 2019. These 30 years were roughly somewhat stable, but still plagued with minor fighting here and there. And so you can imagine Sudan is a country of refugees. Not only refugees of its own population, but also refugees from around its neighbors, Ethiopia, Somalia, etc. And because of the political instabilities, even today at the time of this video, two separate military groups are fighting to control this country. And you can be sure no one gives up that easily because of the vast minerals and natural resources available in this country. And whoever becomes a ruler will inherit a large, fortune-ridden country where they can exploit all sorts of natural resources to their liking and enrich themselves beyond their wildest dreams. Everyone's fighting to get a piece of the natural resources. Alright, let's get into the next fact. Fact 4. Low education rates. As I mentioned in the previous section, Sudan is always problematic with its government stability. Because of the repeated conflicts between different faction groups, different military groups, and various government regime changes, the population cannot have a stable, growing education population. The literacy rate is not that low, it's about 70%, but only about 30% of its students or the young people actually go to school. The majority of the population or the majority of the children in Sudan are not able to go to school simply because there's no stable government. There's always conflict and fighting, and at the time of this video, there are severe fighting in the capital regions. People are not able to attend school, and if they could, because the government is so ill-run and ill-equipped to deal with basic educational structure, there's actually not enough schools or school supplies and seating for all the students who want to attend school. And as a result, many children in Sudan simply just stay home and are unable to learn. Alright, let's get to the next and final fact. Foreign interest. As I mentioned in the previous section, Sudan is so packed with natural resources that it draws attention from all around the world. Other countries who are lacking gold deposits or oil look to Sudan to see how they can exploit them. And of course, these countries use their money and economic power, or sometimes even military power in the case of Russians, to assist the governments that are fighting each other in an attempt to persuade one or the other to take hold of the government and then exploit the natural resources to their liking. Any countries that invest in Sudan has only one goal: to influence the country so that they themselves could partake in the exploitation of the natural resources that are so abundant in this country. I don't believe for a second that any country that invests in Sudan has the best interests of the people. They really only look out for themselves. How much gold they can extract out of Sudan, how much oil they can extract out of Sudan, and all other mineral deposits that they're eyeing. I think it's unlikely for Sudan to ever reach a politically stable and well-established infrastructure. Alright, that's it for my video today. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.